All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cowboy, and today on stream, we'll be working our way through 1 to 3 different coding games that I've been collecting online and even in my Steam account. These games will help us work through some basics of coding with different languages. My main focus is trying to learn more C programming, and hopefully through learning C programming, we can work our way down to assembly. And with assembly, we can work on some really interesting stuff and other exploits. So with that being said, I think we can go ahead and bring up 1 or 2 of the games I want to show off today. Let's see. There we go. So this is the first one I want to show off. And this one is part of Codingames. This one will allow us to work through some C programming. Like I said, I want to learn this one specifically because C programming is not my strong suit, but I think it will be useful in the future. You know, everything's built on C programming. And the other one we talked about earlier last week, I think, or this week, is called Codédex. And they have a bunch of different courses for Python and NumPy, even some HTML and JavaScript courses. There is one other one I wanted to bring up, which, let's see. And this one is specifically a Steam game. So we'll see what you guys think about it. It's called Bitburner. And it's supposedly going to teach you how to use JavaScript to automate some gameplay. Seems like a lot of fun. We'll go ahead and grab that in the background. Oh, and one last thing before I forget. One of the other puzzles we might be working through is called Comet 64. And this is basically a little puzzle game that you have to use assembly to put together a story and figure out what you have to do. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Codingame. And sadly, I think this one's silent, so we'll bring up some background music. Make sure our stream's still good. All right. Go ahead and sign in with Google. All right. Welcome to the onboarding. Codingame allows you to improve your coding skills with games. It all starts in the IDE, where you will learn to code and test new ideas. This is your mission statement. Solo and multiplayer coding games are turn-based. At each turn, your program gets new inputs and must output the action. Okay. Choose a programming language. You can choose to learn language you already know, or learn new language. ever tried Go? I love Golang. But, like I said, we're going to learn C today. God willing. Alright. Let's tell the program to shoot at the closest alien. Copy and paste the code at the right place in the code editor. Okay. So we have if distance 1 is less than distance 2. Print our string new line enemy 1. Otherwise, print string enemy 2. I think that has to go here. So we have character enemy 1, name of the enemy 1, distance 1, distance to enemy 1, enemy 2, their name, and distance to enemy 2. So we have char enemy 2, 257, 257. That's the buffer, I believe. Scan D. Or scan F. Let's scan F, dude. Okay, I guess we don't need to know that. Now, just the distance to it. And it looks like it's dereferencing. All right, we'll check the code. We'll play a test case. All right. Then we can just submit. I like all the achievements. I won't lie. Just want to see that again. Wow, okay. So it's... Oh, okay, you can see the output here. Game information. 15 threats approaching fast. Threats within range. We have rock at 70 meters. I'm assuming that's that guy. Rock has been targeted. Hot droid. Enemy 1 and distance 1. The name and the distance to enemy 1. Enemy 2 and distance 2 is the name and the distance to enemy 2. Before your turn is over, which is the end of the loop, output the value of either enemy 1 or enemy 2 to shoot the closest enemy. Okay. Bing, bang, boom. We got them all. Okay. Let's go check out the home. With professional coder. We'll put 0 to 2. Oh, come on. Okay, so we did that. Oh, we did it. Okay. Community awaits you. You've just scored your first XP. Levels represent your progression here. This is the start of the coder profile. Codingame is a huge community of enthusiastic developers. You'll soon meet other members of the community and you'll be able to talk to them, compare with them, and most of all, learn from them. Choose a nickname now to complete your profile. I know what it's going to be. Cool. Alright. Participate in Clash of Code. Just won a new achievement. Trophies get added to your profile as you win them. Continue your progression by solving an easy puzzle on Clash of Code. Clash of Code is a game to improve your coding efficiency by solving sort programming problems with other people at the same time. Players share their solution at the end of the game to help other players improve their coding skills. Alright, I guess we're just gonna see what we can do here. Flash. Oh, this sounds wild. Wonder how well this will go. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah. So we're just getting our week started. I would love to do more Try Hack Me, but based off of yesterday's experience and some issues I looked up, just wasn't viable for today. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, reverse mode. You have to guess what to do by observing the provided set of tests. Okay, input. Hello, hello. Okay, 2. So for every input you get, the second input is going to be what you need to put in for. Okay, so we have our main, we have N, we have our character W. Write an answer print F. Don't forget the trailing new line. Or no, I write a for loop in C. N. X equals 1. X is less than N. X plus 1. I think that's how we're gonna go. Then we can do F print. Oh, print F. And that will be our W. So 2 equal signs for X. I guess we have to look up for loop in C. For init condition increment. I was so right. I so had it. Expected. Oh, come on. Oh, let's switch these all back. Okay. Use of undeclared identifier. I have to say int. So we'll do int x. Now we say x equals 1. X is less than n. Expected expression. What do you mean? Well, we're not having a lot of good luck here. Just plus 1? Oh, God, it's curly bracket. And then it's just X++. Print FW. All right, what do you need? You need this here? There we go. Can we run one? Well, I think we need these two. Found nothing. Expected hello. Treat string as an integer. Oh, I forgot the %s and then our value. Do I have to dereference it? Where it's, well, it's not. Is it percent? No. Ampersand. But the argument has a type pair. Format specifics for char times. Oh, we forgot the new line, maybe? Still found nothing. Game mode is reverse. You don't have access to a statement. Okay. Write the answer using printf. Don't forget the trailing. That writes format output to standard out. How are we doing this found nothing expected blah when clearly right here we're seeing the right output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll start with 0. There we go. We were missing one. So now we can run through all of them. See how we did. Yeah, we can submit. All right, level 3. Yeah. Not what I thought this sort of a game would be. I thought it would be more, hey, let's learn this. I can use that. Okay, discover bot programming. The bot programming section is one of the most loved on Codingame. It's even a bit addictive. Sure, buddy. On this path, you'll learn to manage an agent in a specific environment with other intelligent agents. Don't worry, it may seem complex at first, but we can get started with the simplest game. Finish the bot programming tutorial in Mad Pod Racing. Oh, so it's not even unlocked yet. Okay, it is Mad Pod Racing. Now this is pod racing. What? Oh, let's go for it. How do I join? All right. Welcome to the Arena Games. In Arena Games, you can code a bot that fights against other players' bots. Start with pod race. The aim is to go through every checkpoint as fast as possible. Ready? Why are we forcing ourselves with C programming? Okay, to play, you'll have to write your own program, but we've entered some code for you to begin with. Let's see what it's doing. Oops, doesn't seem that this code make the pod move to the next checkpoint properly. Seems like the pod's target is wrong. The target should be the XY position of the next checkpoint. Can you fix that in the code? Okay. Next checkpoint X. Next checkpoint Y. Ah. So just swap these around, I'm assuming. Oh, wait, no, that was checkpoint. There we go. So I just changed it from checkpoint X to checkpoint Y, or checkpoint Y to checkpoint X. So now it's next one X, next one Y. See if you guys can see the full screen. No? No, it's just black. All right, this little dot is us. Seems like we're moving around pretty good. Okay, let's see what your code can do against another pod. So now it's going to be racing the others. We have boss one. That's the green one. Well, red. To win the race, it seems you have to drive a little faster. Hit the gas. Let's see what happens if you adjust your thrust in code. Okay. All right, I'm starting to get behind this. Edit this line to output the target position and thrust 0 less than or equal to thrust less than or equal to 100, i.e. XY thrust. So it's at 50. Well, let's just go full tilt to 100. Well, let's say 1,000. And it does not like that. Fine, we'll keep it at 100. Keep it a buck. I like how the pot explodes though. That's pretty cool. All right, the first AI coding game has beaten the boss. They're ready to step it up. Okay. Oh no, now we gotta send our pod to the finals. What? Code is played against other AI in a lot of battles To compute your rank, some leagues are mastered by a boss. Every time you overcome the level of a boss, you are selected for the next league. Okay. Seems we're moving up the ranks. Made to the next league. You can now use distance and angles as extra input for your AI. The next checkpoint distance variable contains the distance point between your pod and the next checkpoint. Next checkpoint angle contains the angle difference between your orientation and the angle between your pod and the next checkpoint. Okay, so we have our position, next checkpoint angle, next checkpoint distance. Okay, I'm glad it gave us some of this math because that was going to throw me off. Simple algorithm that uses the angle is the following. If the next checkpoint angle is greater than 90, or next checkpoint angle is less than -90, and thrust equals 0, else thrust equals 100, and if print xy thrust. All right, so I'm already starting to think maybe we can cut that down to 45. Let's see what this does. Okay, so we have our game loop here. While 1, x and y, int x, so we have our next checkpoint x, next checkpoint y, next checkpoint distance, next checkpoint angle. So each one is dereferenced to get the value. Then we have opponent x and opponent y. Write an action using printf, don't forget the trailing new line character, to debug. Print fprintf standard out debug message. The output, you have to output the target position followed by the power, basically x, y, and then thrust. So we can do our if else statement. I guess we'll start with if next checkpoint angle. We'll just follow the example that they gave us first. I guess we need to also look for if and. Expression 1 is executed one time. Oh, this is our for loop. We need the if else interface. Okay, we have our conditions. Greater than or equal to. Right. Switch. Use switch to specify many alternate alternative blocks of code. Okay, so maybe we just need 3 if statements. And to do if, else if as well. Let's try that. If next checkpoint angle greater than 90, then our thrust is equal to 0. So I think this is the exact command we're gonna use. Oh, here's our thrust. We will have to output the target position followed by the power. So we could even make a variable called int thrust. And then if it's greater than 90, thrust equals 0. If else, then how that works? Else if. I want to just do else. Thrust equals 100. Still missing the semicolon. That I do remember when I was taught C. If we just make this %d, that should be our data. Then next checkpoint x, y, comma, thrust. Okay. I wonder if we can do C programming if this or this. Aha. I think we want to use pipes. Because 2 ands is and. There we go. Very useful is the or statement. If either or both, two values are true, return true. So we can say next checkpoint angle is greater than 90, or next checkpoint angle is less than -90. You can go ahead and see this. I lost track of which one we were, but we beat the AI. This is a pretty neat game, but I think it's a little hard for you guys to watch and keep focused. This might be something I do off camera. Otherwise, not bad, kind of fun. All right, let's go ahead and test it in the arena. I have no idea what's going on, but I think we're getting in the top 20 here. Or at least we're beating other players. I didn't even want to set thrust to 0. I was thinking there's got to be some slick way to calculate the angle distance ratio properly. This is pretty neat, though. This reminds me of a project I had in class where we were competing with the rest of the class. I can't forget what game it was, but you had to program a way to outsmart other people's code. So in that aspect, I kind of love this. This is very competitive and very, very nerdy. Looks like we hit rank number 2. We're going up against that other guy. No? All right. Now you have access to boosts to give you an extra edge during the race. Once per race, you may substitute your desired thrust with the keyword boost to grant your pod a burst of speed. Okay. So I'm thinking if we're at 0, our thrust is at 0, we want to say like boost to get us moving faster. Thrust value of your pod is an acceleration between 0 and 100. You can use 1 acceleration boost in a race. You need only replace the thrust value by the boost keyword. Boost condition. Your program provides incorrect output. Your program times out. Your pod does not reach the next checkpoint in time. Somebody else wins. So maybe we turn thrust down to 50. Okay, let's think about this. If our next checkpoint angle is greater than 90, that means we have to turn harder. And if it's less than negative 90, Ooh, I know. if our next checkpoint angle equals 0. That's what we're gonna do here. So do if else next checkpoint angle equals 0. Rest equals boost. And we might want to tweak this with, different distance requirements. Else if. Okay. Using the result of an assignment as a condition without parentheses. Turn the assignment into quality. Okay, I forgot to use 2 equal signs. Use equal to turn this quality conversion. Okay. Incompatible pointer to integer conversion. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So I'm thinking maybe we'd even just say print. You'll just print it right here. I'm going to say boost. The only problem is I think we only get 1 boost. So maybe if it's that and next checkpoint distance, is that one of our variables? Yeah. How much boost do we get? And how much does it move? Know your pods, makes it. I'll tell you, don't worry about it. Game is on a map 16,000 units wide and 9,000 units high. Checkpoints are circular with a radius of 600 units. Disposition of checkpoints are random for each race. Still not telling me how much boost you get. Once per race, you may substitute. So maybe we'll do int boost. Boost equals 1. So our next checkpoint angle, our next checkpoint distance is greater than, oh, I don't know, let's say 300. And boost does not equal boost does not equal 0. Or we'll just say boost equals 1. Then we'll reassign boost. So now we can say boost equals 0. And let's see how that works. Did we just go out the playing field? We keep saying boost. Okay. Let's try and remove the distance. Oh, that's cool. You can do it live, maybe? No. Play this version of the code. See, we keep saying boost, but brain action using brain. Yeah, that's fine. We use a comparator. We have and. Next checkpoint angle equals 0. Wonder why we're not. I can keep going back. Angle between. They have a trailing new line. Do they boost right away? We boost. It looks like we're constantly trying to use our boost, but we don't have it. Once per lace. Okay, we use boost right away. So our boost is not being properly updated. maybe I used the wrong. Okay. And this is another important command, and returns true if both inputs are true. If this and that are true. So 1 and 0 would evaluate to 0 because the input is false. Okay. The AND operator is written with 2 ampersands. So maybe we just remove this. And we'll just say if. So now we're outside of that. We're still printing out boost. And neither of them seem to be getting it. Expression was not assignable. Let's look up reassign int in C. See if we're able to get anything from that. When working with pointers to integers. Oh man, don't get me started. We have to assign string to an int in C. No, we don't want that. See if our W3 school can help us. Untef. Oh, I see what I did. I have boost equal to 1 inside our loop. That needs to be taken out. I don't know what made me think of that. Which means we can probably put it back into our initial if else. We just have to take out our initializer and that. Go up to here before our while loop. Then we can say int boost equals 1. Now I think we got this. And then I'm thinking we can still add and distance is greater than whatever we want to say, 300. We'll grab next checkpoint distance. See, we got close though. And I also want to switch this to instead 0 Ooh, can we go negative? No, it's between 0 and 100, isn't it? Maybe if we bring this... Well, let's get... we'll get the boost working first. This would be so easy in Python. We're close. I think we're going to need another if-else. Else if, and we'll do if it's 45. Turn thrust down to... let's say 50, just to start. And I think we'll bump this up to 400 for our distance. So say else if. Or just fill this in. Say if thrust equals 50, we'll change our angles down to 45. Well, we're getting better. So we're back in last. Probably a different map. Maybe we want to say if our angle is 0, full blast. Otherwise, go 75. Let's try that. So if our next checkpoint angle equals 0, let's say that our thrust is 100, and regular thrust will say 75. I don't want to go all the way down to 50, but that might be the way to go too. Hmm. See, it doesn't slow down when it's turning at all, it looks like. But it tries to get that angle right before. Do this again. So you have boosted right there. Let's knock it down to 50. If we're still having issues, we'll just switch to a different one. Oh, we're catching up though. Oh, you know what? Are we even using our boost? I haven't even seen that. 400 is pretty big. Oh, I said greater than. So maybe if we do greater than 100, use the boost. Let's try that. We're getting closer. It's not there yet. With code to not read all available inputs before typing the instruction. What are we missing? Yeah, we're getting caught on a race condition. Next checkpoint X, next checkpoint Y, next checkpoint distance. I mean, we could also add next checkpoint distance to be used less to rust. But see, they just seem to hit the gas. Oh, they slowed down before they hit it. That's what it is. So to say next checkpoint distance is less than 100, we'll say thrust equals 25. Correct. This is difficult. We're trying to get as accurate as possible. Maybe we just say 10. This is okay. It might be a little addictive. Trying to mess around with this. Trying to, oh, this one seems a little tighter. I wanted to put 0. I think 10 is probably good. And I finally understand the lines and the dots. We were getting pretty close on that one. Just gotta tweak it a little bit. Let's go for 0. If it's less than 100, go for it. Just cruise into it. Doesn't look like it's stopping, though. So maybe we got to boost the distance to 200. And we'll change our boost to greater than 200. Let's try this code. Ooh, we are right on top. Hmm. Well, I think we're gonna leave this game where it is at. Let's go ahead and try this Codex. Could be fun. The other thing is we could try the Comet 64 or even the TIS 100. I do love the animations for this. Hi, I'm your personal coding companion, here to help you start learning journey. Enough about me, let's talk about you. Aw, sweet. We go robot, cat girl. We'll just go regular guy. Say intermediate. Programming fundamentals, analyzing data, building websites or web apps. You can only choose one. I think we want to say, let's start with exploring. Let's choose a plan to set you up for success. Ah, there it is. Full access to club-only content, one-on-one support, and more. This one, we only have access to a few chapters. We think we want NumPy. Thus begins your journey. Okay, this seems nicer. What is NumPy? We live in a world full of data. It's everywhere around us. In fact, 328 million. Oh, hey, Sevi, welcome to stream. Let's see if I can just... We're currently working on that Codex game. We were trying a coding game before, but ran into... it just stopped being fun for a little bit, but it is addicting, and I highly recommend that one. So I wanted to start with Codex using NumPy because that's how a lot of AI models are being used, especially for personal products and personal AI, or just interacting with some of the models. So we live in a world full of data. It's everywhere around us. In fact, 328 million terabytes of data are created every day. To put that in perspective, if a byte is an inch, that would be a lot of times around the earth a day. So within the bits and bytes, numbers and data sets, and tables on graphs, mysteries are waiting to be discovered, stories beckon to be told. First chapter of data analysis, NumPy. This is the beginning of your data science journey. NumPy, short for numerical Python, is a Python library that supports large multi-dimensional arrays. It also comes with a bunch of math functions that you can use to operate these arrays. It works well with other data science libraries such as Pandas, which is data analysis, Matplotlib, data visualization, and scikit-learn, machine learning, which makes NumPy the obvious first stop in the journey. In this chapter, we'll learn about the basics of NumPy. Notebook documents. Before we get started, note that we will use something called a notebook to write and execute our code in this course. Probably what this is. Notebook is a file that contains a set of cells. Each cell can be stored to run code. Any output will be printed to the right below the cell. There are many factors to this. Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab are two popular ones which are used by academic and industry data analysts. Here you will use your Codex notebook, something we made for you. Test it out. That new book smell. We got a fresh new book. So in the input box at the bottom, type. So this is not going to be easy. It's really going to be hard. All right. Guess that means here. Press Shift Enter to run the code. I don't know if that actually worked. Type the same thing again, hit Enter. Create a new line instead, type this in. Press Shift Enter to run the code block. Doesn't seem like it's actually printing or running. Run, restart, clear. Okay. Press complete. Next button to continue. A little odd, but whatever. Confused solution. Now, I guess which is why they allow you to connect your GitHub. Okay, so it just didn't actually print when it ran, but that's fine. Clear this out. First things first, access NumPy and its functions. We need to import it. Okay. Import NumPy as NP. Here we're using NumPy package and setting it as a keyword for NP. After this point of the program, we can use NP instead of the full name NumPy. So let's print NumPy version. Maybe we gotta turn off some protective stuff. Yep, that looks a lot better. Try this again. Good. Well, that's not what we want either. Restart and clear. Am I missing something? Oh, maybe we're supposed to put it over here and hit run. Oh, do we have to do it all in one line? No. This is weird. I don't think it's working right. Ugh. NumPy array notifications. All right. If this doesn't work, I think we're going to switch to another thing. So we'll say rent is equal to this. Here's an example of NumPy array. Print rent. Yeah, I think something's wrong with their IDE. Anyways, we initialize it from a Python list. Since we nicknamed NumPy as np, it's np.array with the Python list inside. And we can create many NumPy arrays. So we have electric bill, gas bill, Wi-Fi bill. Not too bad, right? So let's see what the difference between Python list and NumPy array. Why do you need NumPy arrays? NumPy arrays are faster and more efficient than the Python list. When dealing with a huge data sheet with millions of data, NumPy arrays can be 100 times faster than traditional Python lists. So when you have a handful of items, lists are great. But when dealing with thousands or even millions of numbers, NumPy arrays are the way to go. Learn something new every day. Studies have found that people now get as many as 237 notifications every day on their smartphones. Let's see how many you got. All right, that's weird. I think we're gonna stop this game here. Again, this seems like a great program to use on your own. Codex.io might be worth looking into. Think I'm just it's not the skills I want to learn or the way I want to learn it. Yeah, seeing especially how it's just not working for me. So in that case, how about we go ahead and switch over to Comet 64? We'll at least run this for a little bit and see how far we can get. I think I still got some time. If I can bring this up. Ooh, so close. There we go. That's good enough, right? Let's see. I don't think I've really played this game. I've heard about it. I've heard good things about it. This 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, voodoo, notes. Okay, notes, protection file, enter code, we won't have that. User manual. Print hello world. First things first, relax. Relax, buddy. And thank you for purchasing the Comet 64 home computer. All this talking to computers business might seem crazy or daunting at first. The machine has a complex and foreign language after all. But there is something magic about it. After a while, it becomes second nature. You become fluent, and then it's like you're talking to an old friend. It's like you are a magician. In the following pages, I tried and documented its operations as well as I know how to. So, welcome aboard, and see you on the other side. Good luck, Atari. This is a odd start to a game, but let's go ahead and keep moving. Hold on. You know what? That's good enough as is. So we have interface, use the tab to toggle the ports and register panels on and off. Input and output to store any value, can store any value. Input is read only, output is write only, makes sense. Buttons, we have stop, pause, step, play, and fast forward. Escape F1 to F4. Play button, sure. Syntax. Register can store a float value. Int can store an integer value. Bool can store a Boolean value. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, we have operators, registers, ports, const. So now we start writing code. We have register equals input, int equals register times 4, int equals int minus 5, output equals int. Seems simple enough. Okay, let's switch. In the upper right corner, you can see a switch box. Switch can store a value from any register, but it cannot be directly written or read. Instead, it switches the value of the register with the value that's stored in the switch. Okay. Switch reg. Switch register with itself, clear itself. Okay. So we have, seems to be making sense. Logic, here we go. Label, start, end, negative, begin here. Labels can be used to mark a place in the program in order to jump to that line later. All right, this is the assembly we're talking about, I think. We have jumps. Jumps are used to exchange the execution order. Jump statement will stop executing the next line and instead continue from the line defined in the statement. Jump to Dave. Jump if true, Dave. Jump if false. Okay. Check string, check reg, check int, check input. Okay. Checks are simply if statements, otherwise known as if checks. I would like to mention a few more advanced operations as well. Int equals char converts letters to numbers. Char equals int, numbers to letters. Int equals string.length sets the number the letter string has. Okay, indexing on the character, indexing on the string. Int plus plus, int minus minus, reg plus plus, reg minus minus. Comment. Any line starting with a exclamation, a bang, will be used as a breakpoint, pausing the execution. Fibonacci. Fibonacci is a sequence of numbers. Okay. and binary 8421 1101. So, all right, cool references. All right, I think this is the first puzzle we have to do. So, guess before we get started, are you guys able to properly see and read this? I don't know if I can increase the. But that's awesome. What are we on? Windows 95? Hmm. Let's try and lower the resolution. Any better? Yeah, we'll just go back to what we had. Oh, yeah, now we're hacking. Hades? Perfect. Launch discount. Okay. Query. Read the values from the input and write them to the output after a discount of 20%. Example, input would be 120 and 45. Output should be 80, 16, and 36. Okay, so we have our int input register equals input divided by 100, and then we times that by 20. This doesn't seem to work. So what becomes our output? Okay, thought this was just step 1. So we have 5 in set. We're gonna have to make some breakpoints, I think. Okay. So I think the input was 100. Oh, input is 10. Int divided by 100. So we have 0.1 times 20 is 2. And then output, we're having register. So I think here we just need to put int minus reg. So we have our 10. We have our 0.1 times 20, which is 2. Registers for arithmetic operation. I'm assuming we can't do something like divide by 0.2. How do we? Wouldn't times 0.8 give us the correct math too? Let's go ahead and try that. So I think we'll set register to be int times 0.8. And then maybe we can just do that way. Okay, we have 10. Our register equals 8. Output equals that. I think I did it. Let's go ahead and run it. Hey, we got it. Okay, size test. Oh, and we got to optimize it. Use 2 or fewer lines. Your solution has 3. Oh, we'll fix that. Output equals int times 0.8. And we'll get rid of these 2 comments. Use register for the arithmetic. Can we do int equals input times 0.8, and then we just return int. There it goes. Yeah, now we did it. Got that optimal code running. Why so negative? Input contains negative numbers only. Remove their negativity and output them. Example, input -2, -5, -9 needs to just be 2, 5, and 9. So if we do int equals input times -1, and then output equals int. Hey, we passed. Okay. Use 30 or fewer steps in your solution. Seems like we're on a roll. Okay. Read the weight followed by height values from input and calculate their BMI. And the formula is weight divided by height squared. So our int equals input. Reg equals our int equals input again. How many registers do we have? So we have register and int bool string character. So I think we want to say new register value will equal weight divided by height. So first it's weight followed by height. So reg divided by input. And then reg equals reg times reg. And then maybe we can just say output equals reg. Input array is empty while not enough items outputted. Okay. Let's walk through this. So we have a weight, which is 140. We put that into our register. Then we have register. Oh, I forgot to change this to int. So 140. Put that into register. Our new int equals 1. I guess our 1 meter. So then it's 140 over 1, which should be 140. Oh, is it meters squared? Yeah, it's height squared. Okay. So we need to do int equals int times int. Remove that line. Now it should run. Close. All right. 140. But then we have our integer, which is 1 times 1. Maybe I'm just not getting this right. The formula is weight divided by height squared. So it's kilograms divided by meters squared. So the answer should be 140, but it expects 37.23? How's that supposed to make sense? Read the weight followed by height. Values from input and calculate. Okay. It's supposed to be 1.94 as that second value. See, why is it not coming in as 1.94? Is that because... So we'll put this as a register for the first one. Hold on, I think we can leave it as... Register is the only one that can be as a float. So we'll have int for the weight. Shouldn't need integer to say it's equal to integer. We'll then say our register is equal to the second input. Then register equals register times register. So that should square our float. And then we just flip this to int divided by reg. $140. There it goes. Now we have our float value. 3.76, 37.23, and that's outputted. Now we've passed all the tests. Oh, and we got the most optimal code. use 5 lines or fewer. Cool. What goes up must come down. Ignore the input for now and output all of the numbers from 1 to 100 inclusive. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We can do start int equals 0. Int plus plus output equals int. What's our if else? Jump to label if true. So I want to say check int is less than 100. And then we'll say jump if true to start. Same mistake we had last time. So int equals 0. Then we label start. Seems to be counting. Can we get all the way to 100? Nice. 2 or fewer lines. How do we get to 2 lines? I was thinking just start int plus plus. Hmm. 2 lines is crazy. We need to have int plus plus, so it increases, or reg equals 0. Hmm. Jump to a low, label that if ends. Wait, do labels count? What did switch do? just switches the registers or integers. Oh well, we'll leave that go for now. For each two values from input, output the greater one. The input equals int equals input, reg equals input, check, reg is greater int, jump to register big, otherwise jump, or just no, this would just be output equals int. There we go. Now I got it. And we have our label int big, reg big, output equals reg, jump to start. We'll just name this start. Jump not recognized. Line 5. Well, maybe this it has to be labeled before, right? How's this gonna work? Check if register is bigger. And we have to do jump if true. Or jump to. Jump if true. Then we can say register big. Output equals register. Always forget my semicolons. Line 9. Oh, jump to start. Cool. So step through that. Okay. Registers create event int. False. Oh, and then we walk into this anyways. So I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is gonna be where we stop for today. My brain's not in it. But this was pretty cool to check out some of these games. Different discs we can load in, different puzzles. So with that, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and check me out on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And if you guys have any suggestions for me, please let me know. What's the best way that you learn how to code? Do any of these coding games actually help you out? Have you had fun doing these? Honestly, I think, in my opinion, doing the code wars and codility that we used to do was better practice for me. But to each their own. So again, leave that down in the comments, reach out, and have fun. Again, thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. All right. See you guys.